The rocks were packed too tightly to be broken with the Terra bracelet. Adol was trapped.
Hey! Is that you in there, Adol? Are you hurt?
Adol shouted back that he was uninjured.
Glad to hear my little buddy's okay. That quake caused some of the crevice walls to collapse. I managed to pick my way across, though. But now we gotta do something about these rocks. Adol, I'm gonna need you to step back for a second, okay? Here we go! Yeah! That's what I'm screaming! Walls 0, Dogie the Wall Crusher like a million! Who needs doors when they got me? That was a new record too, I think. Never took down solid rock before. Should get me in the history books. So, looks like you found another statue. Is that all of them? Come on, let's head back to the Master's house. Chester, you're here.
Of course. I've been kept well apprised of your actions. Seems you have all 4 statues now. So, as I said before, I think you'd best give them to me.
Chester, there's just one thing I need to know. What are you planning to do with these statues?
A mere knight dares not question the motivations of Count Memoire. Though I cannot entirely plead ignorance, as I've heard some rumblings on the nature of his glorious plan.
That's not what I asked you. I want to know what you plan to do with them.
How long have you known?
I knew from the very beginning. I didn't believe for a second that you felt such contempt toward Elena. It's just not you. And I really couldn't see you serving someone as obviously corrupt as Memoire. Not willingly, anyway. So I figure you've got to have something else up your sleeve.
Your oafish exterior belies your perceptive nature. It always has.
Out with it, Chester. What are you really up to?
Very well. I suppose this is as good a time as any. What I seek is revenge.
Revenge?
You were born in Felghana, so undoubtedly you're familiar with Genos Island, no? I've never told you this before, but that is the land where my sister and I were born.
What? Wait a second. I always heard that Genos Island was wiped out by some kind of plague or something.
Indeed, we speak of the same place. However, it was not plague, but monsters that brought about the island's ruin.
Monsters?
Yes, monsters, with the appearance of human skeletons clad in armor. They appeared out of nowhere and simply started massacring all the villagers. Our warriors fought back, of course, but the creatures just wouldn't stay dead. We stood no chance. In the end, Elena and I were the sole survivors of the attack.
But why? Why would monsters suddenly just appear like that?
It was no random occurrence, and therein lies the rub. Memoire was directly responsible for the massacre. He enlisted the services of a dark sorcerer for the task. My people were the descendants of Genos himself. We were charged with guarding the holy artifacts that had locked away the Demon Lord's power to prevent their misuse. I would assume Memoire simply considered us a threat to his ambitions. And that's how my sister and I were orphaned, and came to live with the mayor of Redmont. It's no surprise that Elena's memories of these events have been suppressed, given their extreme, horrific nature.
Then, you want revenge on...
On Memoire. Yes. He will be destroyed by the very power he so desperately seeks. And he won't be the only one. I intend to see to it that every living creature in Felghana Castle burns in hell. Perhaps then, the wounded, defiled souls of my ancestral people can finally know true justice. At long last, after all these years, their anger and hatred will be appeased. And eliminating the parasitic slime who sits on Valestine's throne will benefit the entirety of Felghana as well. Now then, why don't you hand over the statues so this can all fall into place?
To be honest, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to react to all of this. I can't pretend to know how you feel. But just hear me out on one thing. Let's just say that your plan succeeds, and you do get your revenge. What then? Do you think it'll make Elena happy? Hell, will it really even make you happy? Sure, Memoire might be a horrible man, and he may even deserve what you're planning for him. But imagine how Elena would feel, knowing the depths you'd sunk to in the name of vengeance. Do you think she'd be proud of what you accomplished? If you just step back and think about it, I know you'll find some other, less drastic way to deal with Memoire. If I explained everything to the townsfolk, they'd understand, and I bet they'd do what they could to help too. If everyone banded together, we could drive Memoire out of Felghana for good, and send him into exile. You don't have to disgrace yourself over scum like him. So come on. Please, Chester, you have to put a stop to this before it's too late. Come back to town with us. We can all sit down and have a good time. Maybe enjoy one of Elena's home-cooked meals.
Look how far I've come, though. Do you honestly believe I can go back now? After all this? No. There's no turning back for me!
Chester. You stupid son of a bitch.
There is still time to save him. If you want him to live, give me the statues. Now!
Adol gave the statues to Chester.
Excellent. Now, I can use the power of these statues to hurtle all of Valestein Castle into the darkest depths of hell. I hardly need to say it at this point, but you may wish to reconsider trying to stop me. Unless, of course, you want to end up like him.
I can't believe Chester attacked Dogi. This is all my fault, actually. 12 years ago, I served as a Valestein knight. I was there on Genos Island that day. All the knights were. Our task was to provide backup for Memoire's sorcerer. In other words, we would man the sidelines and terminate any villagers who tried to escape. And we did just that. But then I met the Stoddard children. And despite my sworn oath to Memoire, I couldn't bring myself to harm them. I hid them instead, and snuck them away from the carnage. But I knew I couldn't raise them, so I left them with the mayor and shamefully ran away to this godforsaken shack. I spent my days slowly unraveling Memoire's plans and researching the old tales of Genos and Galbalan. Chester never knew of my knighthood, but he was well aware that I'd saved his life, so he and Dogi would often visit. As such, while secretly investigating Memoire, I also took it upon myself to train the two of them in the art of war. Dogi's departure aside, things continued in this manner until just last year. Around the time monsters started appearing all across Felghana, Chester came to see me in quite a panic. The monsters had brought his memories of Genos Island to the surface, and he had no idea how to cope. I told him everything, every single thing I knew about his past and about my role within it. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I suppose I was looking for some manner of catharsis. All it did was exacerbate Chester's desire for revenge. To be perfectly honest, I haven't the slightest idea what Chester intends to do with the statues. But if he's willing to stab an old friend to get them, then I doubt there's much hope of talking him down. If we let him continue unchecked, the damage he inflicts won't be limited to Valestein Castle, but all of Felghana. Adol, I must ask that you go back to town immediately and tell Mayor Edgar everything that's happened. You needn't worry. I'll take care of Dogi, and once he's back on his feet, I intend to pay the castle a visit.
Adol, we're in a bad way. We were attacked by soldiers from Valestein, and some of them made it inside. Hurry! You need to save the townspeople.
Oh! Helena, I'm scared. It's okay. I'm here with you. Please, do what you want with me, but let her go. Adol?
Hold it right there! Split them
Thanks for saving me, Mr. Adol. You truly are a lifesaver. Thank you, Adol. But why? Why would the Valestein soldiers attack us? Adol, what's wrong? You look even more flustered than we are.
Adol reluctantly told her that her brother had stabbed Dogi in the Elder Mountains.
My God! Why? Why would he ever do that?
Are you two okay?
Sister Nell? Papa and Father Pierre, too!
When we realized you weren't at the church, we panicked. Thank God you're all right.
We wouldn't be if it weren't for Adol. I'm sorry, sister. I know you told us to seek shelter.
Honestly, you'll be the death of us one of these days, Elena.
Now, Sister Nell. She was clearly just trying to find Anya. We can hardly blame her for that. I still can't believe McGuire's grown so brazen, though, as to send his soldiers to attack the town.
I think it may be worse than that, actually. Did you get a good look at them as they attacked? Something about them seemed off. Disturbingly so. None of them spoke a single word, and their movements were like those of wooden dolls, dangling from strings.
Now that you mention it, we're not safe here. We should return to my house to further discuss the matter and propose a course of action. I'd like for you to come as well, Adol. I had no idea Chester was hiding a secret like that all this time. He lived under my roof for 10 years, and never once did I question where he came from or how much he remembered. I feel like such a fool.
Please don't blame yourself, Mayor. Right now, we need to focus on the matter at hand. We need to focus on Valestein Castle. What we know is that Chester is planning to take his revenge through the power contained in those statues. The question is, are those statues in some way responsible for the lifeless, soulless appearance of our attackers?
It seems that way. I think now would be a good time to get in touch with Bishop Nicholas at the castle.
Excuse me.
Sister, what's wrong? You're white as a ghost.
The soldiers haven't returned, have they?
No. It's just that I haven't seen Elena for some time now, and when I asked the children where she went, it seems she's left town again.
What?
Well, that's not good. She must have heard about Chester and gone to Valestine Castle.
Yes, I think that's a safe assumption. It's an awfully rash thing to do, though, even for her.
Dear me. Adol, I'm sorry to ask. But won't you please find Elena and bring her home to us? I can't bear to think of what might happen to her out there.
Without hesitation, Adol agreed.
You'll do it? Thank you, Adol. Thank you so very much.
We're truly in your debt, Adol. I hate that we've been such a burden to you since your arrival here. I can't imagine what you must think of us.
Godspeed on your journey. I will pray for your health and success. Best of luck to you, Adol.
Welcome. Don't be a stranger.
What do you got for me? Come again.
Who are you?
Adol gave his name and asked if anyone in the vicinity had seen Eleanor.
No, I'm sorry. The soldiers and the other maids, they just attacked us. I was so scared. I didn't know what was going on, so I ran as hard and fast as I could, and I found myself here. What happened to everyone? Milady! Excuse me. I know this is presumptuous, but I have a favor to ask of you. The Count, Countess, and children are still missing, meaning they're still inside that hellish place. Would you be willing and able to search for them? I just want to know that they're alive and unharmed.